Testing, testing. All right, so today we got a couple of movers. I'm gonna kind of stick to let's see. So what we're seeing is 16 million volume on BAOS. It was probably moving earlier in the morning with no catalyst. We have VCIG that got a catalyst yesterday afternoon, and then we have SGMT that has a catalyst from today. So let's look at what they got. Starting with BAOS, I don't think it's going to be any news over here. VCIG. So we can see they put out 2025 financial guidance with strong growth outlook. It says Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia is the country. Okay. Bunch of earnings type things, projects, or it projects revenues of the financial year 2025 revenue of 39.23 million. But these are our projections. Let's see, yeah. Let's see, SEC filings, nothing, press releases. Yeah, just strong growth potential basically. The other one is SGM or SGMT. Signet Biosciences looks like they got positive phase 3 results for whatever that is, the treatment of moderate to severe partner acilitis. Okay, don't really know what that is. Okay, acilitis sores, phase 3 win, daily acne peel. Okay, so it's acne. Has catalyst, but a little bit weak. Let's jump over here to the charts. All right, so first off, of course, we had a crazy Chinese mover yesterday, which was MCTR. Went from $8 all the way up to 49. I didn't even realize it was a Chinese stock. I actually jumped in at 866, and I just was like, I don't know. And I was at the office, so I just took the trade, very small share size, and I was like, okay, it is what it is. I got in, it halted up, and then it halted down and stopped me out. But then later on in the day, after lunchtime, this thing just started climbing, like climbing all the way up to $49 into the aftermarket. I didn't even realize it was a Chinese stock. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. But yeah, it's still getting a little bit of movement. It's up 15% right now. Another one we saw from yesterday was KPRX kind of flatline throughout the day. And one of the things that I've been trying to look for is the trend. But the problem is when looking for the trend, sometimes you miss that main move here. So like this move down here came down to 298 and then popped all the way. And this was during the time that I could have traded in here. 309 all the way back up here to 767 on that. So it's like, man, it hurts a little bit. And then RSLS was another mover from yesterday. Let's see where you are. RSLS did the same thing, came back down around the ATR high there, bounced off of it back up to the 688s, bounced off of it again all the way up to the 896s, bounced up again, and then it came on down. And during the day, it was a very choppy mover. But let me clean some of those off, and we'll get back to the ones that are on here for today. MCTR. I think it's going to be a 20% struggler. SGM, is that up right now? Yeah, SGM walking on down as well. That acne treatment, I don't know how people are going to take that. Up 25%. VSIG walking down as well, 28%. BAOS still up 111%. And headed right on down to that $5 level. No catalyst on BAOS, but I mean, yeah, I mean it looks better than the other ones. It did do a little bit of an engulfing candle here. Popped up at 6 o'clock from 518 right up here to 571 and then right back down. But as of now, we're trying to get away from those 20% strugglers, the ones that kind of just like, oh man, I don't even want to touch you. MCTR at 18% now. So threw up a level up here to 42, but very low volume, not even a million shares on that one yet. SGMT, could it make a move back up? I mean, it could. It is technically pretty low right here. It is getting some action right here on the 5-minute. Let's look over here on the 5-minute. So walk down here. Look at this little this little bottoming wick here. It's getting on the 5-minute. Let's look at that. Boy. Okay. So I might. And then the bottom of this is a 20-cent drop. So see down here to 439. We'll watch it. It is up 28%. Could keep dropping. Has 4 million shares traded on it. 8 times its relative volume. Just looking around at this point. VSIG also throwing a little pin bottom there with this little earnings. Bottom of this will be 377. Wait for these 5 minutes to close on these. 5 and 15 still looking kind of looking like they're getting some type of buying pressure, but not all the way there yet. Okay, back over to SGM. Actually, BAOS is moving as well. Let's see what you got. Came up here, has a bottom right here at $5. 123% up, following a engulfing candle. Okay. That one rides down. This one riding down as well to 20%. It's looking like a 20% struggler. So I'm going to watch VSIG here and see if it can get back over 30%. We got another one popping in, NCEU. NCEU. Don't know what that is. Let's look what the news is on that. Or NCEW, my bad. NCDEW. News catalyst for today. We have New Century Logistics Limited announced a acquisition of 51% of shares of Asiatic Logistics Limited. Okay, so this is an acquisition. All right, let's go look through this. Hong Kong, China. All right, this is Chinese stock. So Chinese stocks are, I guess people are going to them because of the move yesterday on MCTR. But this is a Chinese stock making its way up, MCEW. Right, so we'll see what that's talking about. It's up 62%, and its volume is about to be taking out SGMT and the other one. So we'll see how that does. And BAOS is also coming down under $5. Another Chinese stock. So sometimes when we see these rotations of Chinese stocks, it only takes that one to kill you. Don't know which one it's going to be, but the first one, that first run up was so unexpected on no news. This one actually has a little bit of news, but it's an acquisition. So I'm going to have to see how what that wants to do. Definitely Want to give that a little bit of time. SGMT under 20% there. Okay. Yeah. It's kind of back and forth. That $2 struggle is real for it. Mm. All right, so VSIG still playing around this bottom of 380. 25% becoming less and less apparent. And NCEU or NCEW with what 7 million shares traded right now, 8 million shares. Trying to make moves here. Watching VSIG, it's getting a little bit of buying off the bottom here. Want to see if it can break back up towards those fours. One of these was VSIG 26%. In NCEW catching up very quickly in the volume, about to surpass VSIG. So VSIG, that volume is people are stopping watching that channel and they're jumping on to NCEW, even though it's kind of tight. About to surpass it. NCEW coming on down a little bit. 47. Okay, so NCEW more volume than VSIG now. More people watching that channel. And under, going under there. Okay, so let me jump, not lose myself here. So this is another 378 could be a bottom here on VSIG. 5 minutes looking okay. On VSIG, but VSIG still at 25%, may be a one of those struggle buses on the day. But getting a little bit of buying up here towards that 390. Bottom down here 378. Only up 26% though. Think that's gonna need some time. It's gonna have to catch up because NCEW, a lot of people watching this one. 10 million shares traded on it. BAOS also up, but no catalyst. 120%. NCEW catching up with that one in volume now. $8 million shares to catch it. Yeah, VSIG and SGMT looking like they're becoming 20% strugglers. NCEW, how will this close around this 175 here? Getting a little bit of buying pressure there, but the 5 minute still looks a little bit drastic. Point of control right there at 188. Has a top up here of 210. I got a little bit there. Trying to see if it'll hold these 90s. Very small. Just looking for it to hold up these 175s. Get back over 2 possibly. Very small share size though. I don't really know what it wants to do here. If it's gonna hold up the 2 or not. Added a little bit there. I'll be out 175 if it doesn't want to do anything. Saw the buying pressure, saw the break. Want to see if we can get back over the 197 up to 2. Point of control still at that 188. Another little riptide down there to 171. Let's see how this one closes. Another buying up area. Okay. So 175 seems to be holding a little bit. Add a little bit for a 175 hold. Or are you just going to walk down on me? $175 getting tested again. Let's see 177s. Really want to see a retest up here to 209s. Still up 35%. And then BAOS up to 536 with no catalyst. Okay. So looking for back over 175. $170s. Small size, so no kind of sweat right now. $5-minute, 15-minute, all of that looks a little bit drastic. Looking for the 70s to pop back in. It's right down here to this level, okay. You can see 68s. 68. Looking for those 70s. A little bit of 7. Let's see it crack back over 70. Still small size, of course. Trying this dip. Average is 181 right now. Up 30%. Looking for it to get some love here. We got a high here of 170. We got the ATR high here at 150. Oh, there it goes. Okay, 68. I like that little action. Let's see if we can get back over 170. 175. Getting on in there. Looking for that splash back over 170. Oh my goodness. I didn't know I put that many orders in. Okay, well, struggling on 170. Let's see what it wants to do. I got 106 shares. Looking for it to pop back up to the, oh my gosh, clear my screen. All right, 108 there. Looking for back over. My average right now is 172. Looking for it to get on out there. So for me to lose 30 something bucks, it would have to drop down here to 140s. I'm looking for it to just start to consolidate here. Buying this. Looking for it up. There's a little bit more buying pressure. So definitely some signs of buying around here. So I'm entering into this 172, whatever. Looking for those 170s to go ahead and pop through aggressively. 129 in now. There it goes. So my average price is 172. Come on now, get off. Okay, it's off the screen. So this bottom here is 164. For me to lose 30 bucks, it would have to drop down here to 147. So I'm just letting it play off of this bottom. I'm looking at the 5, looking at the 15 as well on another screen. Trying to see what it wants to do. Back up to the upside. STSS popped up as well. STSS. STSS, so it's already came down a little bit. What's the news on this one? STSS. Sharps Technology begins shipments across customer orders under previously announced purchase agreements. Okay. STSS is looking better. Announced a $5 million supply agreement. Okay, so it's actually doing something. $5 million supply agreement. So it'll need to be breaking out of this level 712 there. Okay, kind of missed that first dip. We'll see what another dip looks like, because yeah. Like it wants to throw it on up. What is it, 60% up, 79% up, 78% up? So maybe this will be a secondary dip above this level of the 549s, but not in there yet. Still looking, watching NCEW to get back over those 170s. So we're getting a secondary dip there on STSS. But that dip is not done yet. We'll see what ends up happening there. Okay, NCEU looking like it wants to come on down. It's gonna have to break over this 175 level. Making a little flat bottom here around the 165s, and I'm gonna end up probably cutting this one and jumping over to STSS here out this dip. Has what, 3 million shares? It's got way lower volume though. I don't know. Might let it dip a little bit. Maybe some more people come in for some action. NCEW though. Again, we are showing some signs of wanting to get back up out of here, out of over this 170 level. Can we get 170? Nope. All right, we got this little flat bottom, whatever. So this is the first. Okay, so it went down 63. Can we see 65s? Dipping on down to 150s. Yeah, I'm gonna end up cutting this one if it keeps on doing this. Back up here to 82. Okay, so it did come up, but this is a high buy. And now NCEW is a 20% struggler. So yeah, getting a little buying pressure right there at the 160s. We'll see how this closes and if it wants to try to start moving back up over the 165s. If not though, I'm probably going to be using this as my out, that 150 level. Okay, close there. Can we get some green back up? Right down there to the ATR high, back over 157. Looking for a bounce out the ATR. Can we see 157? Looks like a bounce out the ATR. $156 slow down there. About to close this candle here. Okay. Add it in a little bit. Looking for those 150s to hold. Looking for 160s to pop back up. So got 150 shares there. Looking for that 150 to hold. 160 shares. What is that upward movement talking about? Average price is 169 right now, so 9 cents away from profit. Bounced off of this ATR high with catalyst. Okay, adding in right at that 160 level. So looking for a break over 160 here. Average price is 168. Buying the ATR high dip. Looking for it to make its way back up 64. So I'm at 168 for a profit. Where's this other one? STSS still going up, but on lower volume. It's got some work to do. It's up 70 something percent, but this ATR high here is going to be my out. This 153. So that will be what a couple cent loss if it does dip down. But came back into an area of indecision. So 150 will be the spot that I'm trying to dump out if it does come down. 5 minute looks better, 15 minute looks better, but we gotta do some work to hold up here to the 165s. 150. If you can't go, I'm out. So this one's a little choppy. Hasn't really given another dip, kind of consolidating in here. So I don't know about that one. This one, can we get a candle close over the 150s? We can a little bit. But I'm definitely going to be looking to hit the button at 153. So this is first leg down, second bump. 1, 2, 3. 5 minute getting pushed back. So definitely ready to jump if it crosses that 150. Okay, 162 is getting a little bit of a pop. Let's see how this closes. It is making lower highs towards this level. Okay, opened up a little bit higher there towards the top of that 164. 13 million shares traded on it. See how this closes. 30 seconds left or whatnot. STSS out of the chop, coming up there to the highs there. Yeah, a whole lot of chop there. So I don't know. 10 cents away from a stop out on NCEW. New candles opening above this ATR high. So I'd love to continue to see consolidation above this, playing above this 150. Okay, coming back down to this 158. $13 million shares traded. Is it going to just slip through this? Okay, so a little bit higher low. Can we see the 60s again? Five-minute not looking so hot, so I'm definitely ready to hit this sell button if I need to. I don't see the 60s here. 60s. You see 61s. Nope. Another pullback. Okay, so kind of held up a little bit higher low here. So we'll see what that wants to open up a little bit higher at the 60s. See 61 right now, but I don't know if that's going to hold. 5-minute, 15-minute looking drastic, so ready for a stop out. Needs to get over 160. close this candle in about 7 seconds. 160 getting pressed a little bit. All right. Continue a little downward swing. So we see like a very, very small little uptrend, but it hasn't been confirmed or anything. So definitely not sure about that. Okay, like that little push up. Added a little bit there, looking for that break over 160. Can we get this little, just a small follow through here over the 160? $161, adding on that. Average price is 168 right now. Using that all right, so now 160, I got 200 shares in, looking for that 160 pop. We got a small little uptrend here. So I saw this thing dip down, looking for it to try to test up a little bit. There's 163. We got previous levels up here of the this level right here, 174. This could give us a little bit of a stop. But right now, just trying to identify this uptrend. Right now, a $30 loss would be a breakdown of 150s for me. So giving it some time to try to make a move back up. Try to follow some type of uptrend. It is a cheaper stock, so I don't expect it to do it perfectly. So it is what it is. We do have the stop out ready to go though here at 150. It wants to crash out. Average price 167 right now. Reached the top of this and found a little bit of resistance through here. So looking for it to hold this 10-cent area here, 164 to 174. TSS continue to move up a little bit after that chop. We're seeing it kind of trade within here. Now this one did have a catalyst on the day, which is why I was giving it a little bit of play, but not sure. For it to get, it needs to get over 167, which is the top. That's into profit for me. Ready to stop. $160 is back in question. 10 cents away from a stop. STSS going up over 100%. Don't want to take I really want to stop out of this first. Came down here 1, 2, 3 times to this, and I'm trying to see if it's going to trade back into this area up here of the 163 into this level. See if it'll press up on it. You know, there's a little press. Go ahead and add a little bit there. Looking for it to press through that 164. Okay, 165s. My average price is 167. Can it start holding this level up here? So now my stop out is like literally exactly at 150. Average price is 167 right now. Looking for a test back up here to possibly the 174s. possibly. I don't know if it can. Back over this 167, I'm into profit. Definitely not looking for a home run on this one. Not this cheap. This is nasty. All right, so we got the trend. It came down here 1, 2, 3. Let's see if it can start making any moves. Nope. All right, we're ready to get out again. Cannot do it. 5 minute looking a little bit more drastic now. Was looking for it to hold this level of the 164. But we ready. 150. Can it hold in this level right here? Couple seconds left. So at this point, if it starts to hold this level, I'm gonna be looking to make these 156 and out or 158. So just walking up with the trend. New candle there. Still cannot hold that level. It's 4 times coming down here and looking weak. So 150 ready to go. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 times. We'll see how it holds this bottom of the 160. 160 may be coming out of it, breaks up in here. Okay, so opening right on the trend line there. 150 is my out. Ooh, okay. Well, there's a little explosion off of what looks like a trend. So basically, I'm looking for the trend to form and taking smaller entries, looking for it to hold this level right in here. Can it hold that level? It keeps playing like it can. Add to 225 here. 225, 230. Looking for it to push on up. 230s, my average price is still 67. This is another try here. And now we got another bottom. So this 160 is looking like a pretty good out if it can't hold up here. And now my average, I need to be out at 153 to take a $30 loss. So my risk here is 33 bucks. I got 230 shares traded or shares in. And right now, 153 would be a $30 loss. So letting it play a little bit. Still on some type of uptrend. Okay, so now we're in the level that was previously struggled with. Can we exit this level, or how's this going to play out? Can we get back over 175? Bang, bang. Holy. Okay. All right. Well. Okay, so at this point, yeah, I'm going to have to make 167 kind of like an out. It's pushing up here, push back through that level, still on the uptrend. So let's see where or what it can do here. I don't want to get too greedy for sure. But it is above 175. Got this nice exploding candle here. So at this point, I'm using the 160 as an out. That's a 7-cent risk on these 230 shares. We'll see what else it wants to do. So it's at the top of the range right now. I'm letting it play around a little bit here. And I will be cutting this thing 160. I don't want to see it back down there. So either way it goes, I'm not going to lose 30 bucks on this. What is 7 shares? Okay. Well, you can do all that. Yeah, that's cool. What is 7 shares on 230? That's the question. So 7 cents on 230 shares would be a $16 loss at this point. $16 loss. So we'll see how that goes, if it can continue to play within these levels. Now back under this 164, that's going to be weakness. It's done all this work to get up here. I want to kind of see a cascade higher if it can. But it's at the top side of this range, right at that 174. 14 million shares traded on it. What you want to do, buddy? See a little bit of volume coming in there. Can we get this point of control to move down? Can the majority of trades come in right here at 175 and it starts to pop back towards 2 is the question. There's 75. Can we see 76s start to hold out of this little 175 level? Maybe. Okay, there's a higher open. So at this point, I just want to stay above the trend. Okay, well, there's a little movement. Facing some struggles there. At this point, let's see, 162. So I'm just looking to ride the trend up at this point for out. If it doesn't want to continue to play ball. Don't like all this struggle at 175. Let's see that next candle close. So getting above, starting to close candles above this level. Right now, 64, the bottom of this range is becoming what would be an out. So it's a 3-cent risk. Let me calculate that risk here. So 230 times 0.03, that will leave me with about a $6 risk if it comes down here to this 164. If it comes down, yeah, I'm definitely jumping. Don't want to catch a fade here. $175s. Come on, 175. Where those buyers at? Okay, so a little bit of volume just came in there. We're seeing a little bit of 170 hold. Okay, so can we pop this new high? Was that 180s? A little bit. Seeing a double test right here. So this is a higher low than the actual trend. So 171 could be out, and at least that'll be green if possible. 180s. Okay. All right. There we go. All right, so we don't want to be stupid here. It's coming up to the point of control. Point of control is at 188. Can it just blast through that? Can it blast into the 90s? More volume coming in down here. has escaped this little previous level. Okay. Kind of closing within that candle there. 164. We got 171. More volume coming in. Just don't want to see any of the big signs that it's going to turn around, like a double top or something. So right now it's double topping 185. That may stop. Oh, it's not stopping it. All right. So got up there to the point of control. Can we attack that point of control though? Can we get more volume there? 180s. Again, not looking for a super home run, but I would like it to touch the 90s at least. If I can see 90s on the ask, that'd be a 30-cent winner. Can we see those 90s up there? High was 190. Still above both of our levels. 164 going under the trend now. Would love to see 175 continue to hold, but yeah, I don't know if that's gonna be possible. Can we see 181s? Yeah, I don't like that breakdown of that 175 right there. Come on now. Let's get that pop back up. Right on that level. I don't like that. It's coming back into the range. I don't like none of that. It's gonna have to pop back over 175. Still got room down here to the 164s. It is holding, but yeah, it's definitely gonna have to do something. So this is the third time it's been down here. So this is another uptrend here. Small uptrend here. That's only been tested twice inside of the other uptrend. So we will, whoops, I didn't do that right. Trying to extend it, extend to the left. Oh, stand to the right. Remove, cancel, left. Okay, so can it hold this new uptrend? If not, it's not going to be looking good. Want to see that green over 175. Hard test there. Closing this candle below that. So I guess that disproves that. All right, so the bottom here is 170. Can we get back over 175? Is this going to be a head and shoulders pattern? So we got a shoulder up here at 177. Will it get knocked back down? If it does, I'm looking to be getting out at 170. Looking for that one back over 175 though. 175 test. Not able to do it. Not able to do it. Disappointing. All right. Looks like it's getting pretty heavy around here. Okay, so now the point of control has come down to the 172. Can we start holding up that 172 is the question. Right now, 166 is the trend that I don't want to see it retest. Can a shoulder form? If a shoulder forms at 177, I gotta be out. All right. Oh, okay. Well, there's another hold of what we think is some type of uptrend. So this bottom right here is of the 168. And past that level, thinking we're gonna be ready to jump if it can't test and see if it's gonna be a shoulder back up there. Point of control 172. Can we start trading back above this level to test the shoulder? 175, another test. So a failure of this, that's gonna be some big weakness if it can't get through that. Test that shoulder at 177. Big weakness. Okay, so it could not get through it on that one. So 168, I'll be ready to stop. $169. Could not test that shoulder. Can we see 171s, 172s? Okay, so making a higher low than the trend, but not continuing up. Ooh, that's a low open right there. Don't really like that. It's gonna have to start trading above 171. And this previous candle here, what is this? 169. I mean, can you even move up off of that? Though? Test this 177 possibly? Nope. All right. We ready. We ready to get out. We can't get over 172s, 175s. $169. Go ahead and get out there. Give it some time. Gave it plenty of time to play above that level. It did not. Retesting the bottom of this range. All right, let's go look at BAOS. And what was the other one? This one, STSS, SGMT. Way, way, way down there. I don't know if I trust that. That's 19. Yeah, STSS, big chop, and then into this consolidation. Still up 74% though. Yeah, Insu, I thought it was gonna be able to get up there, but yeah, I wasn't gonna play with it down here. And now it's testing the bottom side of this. I want to see what happens on a test of this 164. Way too much wait time down there. Man, you said, come on, man, I'm getting out of there, bro. This thing had all this time to follow this trend and start really popping. Nah, I'm not. I'm good. All right, STSS though came down here, sold off quite a bit, and the 5-minute is resetting up. But it's definitely been a little spiky ride on the 1-minute. 15-minute is also looking kind of bearish on this one. Let's see where Insu is now. does it actually want to come back up and hold these levels? So we got 69, we got a bottom here of 165. And it's been creating these lower highs, looking like it's holding on the trend now. 169, so I could risk down to the 164. But, you know, it is what it is. Looking like it's holding something right there, though. 170s. Still, if I buy here, it'd still be under 175. Never did test that 177 either. All right. STSS going on down. Yeah. Under $2, you know, $1.50, all those. That's where I lose the majority of money. Is these cheaper ones like this, because I end up oversizing and then it makes a really big move against me. So I gave it a chance to kind of just get back up, but didn't want to do it. VSIG all the way down here to ATR highs at 373, only up 23%. So looking like we got some 20% strugglers there. Insu, yeah, not too sure about that. So throwing up a little wick there, but I'm thinking, you know, it may come down here and test this 164 real quick. BAOS, just sideways consolidation. No catalyst on the day on that one. Yep, so there it goes. Insu continuing to test the bottom side of this, getting away from that, what we thought was an uptrend, but was wrong. So STSS also moving down. VSIG, 11 million shares, but has pretty much lost. Okay, so STSS, are you wanting to form some type of retrial of the highs, or what is this? Looking at the 5 minute, had quite a 4-bar pullback on the 5. I don't know. Don't know about that one. Looks kind of good, but it is in a pullback. Could risk down here to the bottom of 620s. Small share size, but with those wicks, I don't know. 650s jumping around there. Wow. Yeah, so 5 minute is looking better now. I'm thinking I'm gonna end up jumping on this one. 650s. What you want to do, 650? Right up there to that point of control, 661. Expecting this is where the majority of trades have happened today, so usually it'll become some type of struggle point. Let's see if it does though. Is it going to continue down? Okay, so 651 was going to need it. Okay, so it tested that point of control, a little bounce down there. What happened to Insu? Okay, so Insu still trying to hold this some type of trend here, but I don't know. Looking like it wants to get up at this point and hold those 60s. Just trading literally in the middle of the range here. Yeah, this is consolidation. Yeah. BAOS towards the lows as well. ST whatever making its way on down. 5 minute was looking pretty good, but a breakdown of the continued breakdown of the 650s isn't going to be looking great. The SIG. Yeah. Okay. Making its way back up. Whoa. Let me do that. Looking like a nice little setup for it to go higher back to this level. So retesting this 661. Looking pretty good there for a small share size just to let it play. Two times fell in that point of control level at the 661. And a low here will be 645 breakdown. Okay. 14 million shares traded on this one. This is the third time that it's coming up here. I'm going to take that. And I'm going to keep my stop very tight at the 644s. Looking for it not to bang down too hard, hopefully. Oh, whoa, gee whiz. Okay. Well, that was another test of that point of control. Okay. I'm going to enter before it gets over that 7. Looking for it to continue over 7. The stop will be down here at 650s. We are in at 678. Okay. So let's see where this one wants to take us. 650 is the hard stop here. After trying that point of control and absolutely destroying people there. Let's see. So for me to lose 30 bucks on this one, it would need to drop back down here to the 5, or let me see. Stop price, it would need to drop back to 521. Looking for this thing to power up though. That was some pretty nice movement through that point of control. I don't think that's going to be it. Majority of trades happen here too. Let's see. Up 81%. Let's see you try to get back up there over 693s if possible. Where those buyers at? Can we retest 7? But definitely ready to get out at the bottom of this exploding candle, 650s. And then if it continues to hold, I'll be looking to make my stop up here to 678, break even. But at this point, I don't know if it's going to be able to hold here at the 690s. Point of control just moved up to 670. Can we get a break over 686? Point of control just moved up. It took a little bounce there. Are you going to break down on me? Can you hold those 675s? Does not look like it. Right down here to this level. Okay, so we are back 645. All right. So let's look to take off half. It starts to break down this level here. But giving it a little bit of time after that explosion, coming back and testing this level, it's going to have to get back over 670, 667. Not looking like it can though. 49. So selling half out there. Only holding 11 shares, so definitely not going to reach any kind of crazy loss. But if it breaks down to 622, I'm definitely getting out. 622, big boy. Looks like some type of where is the trend here? Maybe there, I don't know. If it holds, if it doesn't, I'm definitely out. Did all of that pushing through that point of control and then right back down through it. Where is the BAOS up 90%? Yeah, all right. All right, buddy. You looking real sus. Go ahead and drop off some more. Because I know this thing can move quickly. And with the free broker like TOS, I really don't want to get caught in a drop and then my shares don't get filled. So definitely taking the opportunity to take some off. Okay. Taking a little bit more off. And literally I have no risk right now. Wasn't sure if it was going to hold, but definitely didn't want to get caught in a slam. So 630. Yeah, you looking real drastic right now, big boy. And on the 5 minute, this is an engulfing candle. So I'm going to go ahead and take off. I'm going to show y'all what I'm looking at on the 5 minute real quick. But not while I'm in it. All right. So let me show y'all what I'm seeing on the 5 over here. This is what I'm seeing on the 5. Yeah, looked over there, saw that engulfing candle. Nah, I'm good. That's going down. I'm great. All right, but anyway, little red, managed red there. Let's see what we got over here. You know, every day doesn't go as to plan, but I do like trying these dips and just keeping a tight stop, because a lot of these that I'm seeing, I'll see the stocks that, you know, are the top stocks on the day. I just don't take the dip. I'm like, let me just wait. But I'm just gonna take those small little sizes. STSS did end up dumping there. So this engulfing candle was a big signal that there were some losers there. So I was like, that's not what I want to be in. And this is the drop, and it may continue down here to even the ATR highs. But yeah, I'm good on that. I glimpsed over there. I was like, is that the 5 minute looking like that? Oh no, we getting out of there. All right, let me see what else is still up. So NCEU never did come back and is still playing around with this little tight level. Glad I got out of that one. BAOS, no catalyst. I haven't seen anything else pop up on today either. So, you know, $9 red, but yeah, gave it a chance, to try to pay me. That's what I really want to start doing, is giving more chances on small share size. Even if I have small share size, I can add to it. But it's like when I try to wait for the perfect entry, I always miss. Always. But if I can see some type of pattern setting up while I'm in it small, then I have more confidence to continue adding, right? But if I see the pattern breakdown, I'm getting out. I'm cool. I got a whole day in front of me, and now we see Insu, the one I stopped out of here, breaking down the bottom level here, going back towards that ATR high. We gave it a chance off of the ATR high the first time. That's where the trend started, and then came up, but now back down. Let's look at BAOS, trash, STSS. Continue. So I'm seeing a lot of wicks. It is hump day, so you know it's the hump day love. VSIG continue down as well. All right, so let's look through some of these that y'all have called out. So we see CLRB. Big Back says CLRB. CLRB. Oh, this is a little bit cheaper one. 40 something, 36 something cents. Let's see. Does it have any of that catalyst on today? June 4th. Oh, my bad. Let me switch y'all over here. June 4th, Wednesday, Selectar granted US FDA breakthrough therapy designation for ipophosine 131 in Waldenstrom. What in the world? Okay, WM macroglobulinemia. Okay, so don't know what that is. It says designation supported by Clover phase 2 study data, which reported an 83.6% overall response rate. Seeking guidance for EMA to determine if Clover data meets criteria to apply for fast track conditions. So they're looking to apply for FDA approval. Um, Late stage clinical biopharmaceutical company focused on the discovery and development of drugs and treatment of cancer. Today announced that the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has granted the breakthrough therapy designation for this thing. A potential first-in-class novel cancer targeting agent utilizing a phospholipid ether as radioconjugate monotherapy for the treatment of relapse refractory Waldenstrom macroglobulinemia. Let's go look at what this is, man. This thing has broke my tongue multiple times now, so let's go see what's doing the damage. Okay, so this is also known as lymphoplasmatic. Oh my gosh, lymphoplasmacytic lymphoma. It's a rare, slow-growing cancer that primarily affects blood cells. It occurs due to genetic mutations in B cells, leading to the production of large amounts of abnormal proteins called immunoglobulin M, IgM. Oh, I remember that. Okay, symptoms may include fatigue, weakness, and bleeding issues. And while there is no cure, treatments are available to manage symptoms. This condition is most commonly seen in older adults, particularly white men. Okay. So yeah, that thing is basically makes you make a whole bunch of immunoglobulin IgM, which is a part of your immune system. It definitely plays a part in your innate immune system and your adaptive immune system. So yeah. Okay, so that's something that's not treated. That has no cure, but there's a treatment. So they're working on a treatment, basically. Looking over here on the charts, it was up here to 42. So I'm guessing when did this news drop? News dropped at close this. News dropped at 6:05. So dropped at 6:05, 6:52, and then all of a sudden it popped up there. So I guess that is 6:05. I guess I'm looking at CST time. Maybe. No. I don't know. But anyway, popped up there and came back down to this ATR high there. But I don't know. Looks I mean, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work that it had. How much is it up right now? CLBR. It is up -3% right now. So will it make it back up to 20%? That's highly doubtful. Highly doubtful. Overall, it moved from 27 cents up to 42 cents. It has made a round trip. Has moved back down over 50% of the original move. Those cheaper ones are hard, man. Insu never did get back over this level here, so glad I stopped out of that one. BAOS. STSS continued to go down. Thought I saw some type of trend, but that was a lie. Wait, I didn't type that right, did I? I typed in C. Hold up, let me go back up. What yours that you called out was CLRB, not CLBR. CLRB. Okay, I did type in the right one. Okay, I'm tripping. So let me see how much. I was looking at a whole different stock on my scan. Okay, so this one is up 11% right now. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, wait a minute, $15. Why does it say 15? Okay, so still 12% on a stock this cheap. Usually cheap stocks like this, you want to see them well over 50%, going towards running towards 100%. But it is Wednesday, hump day. These are slower days in the week, especially for me. On my statistics, I'm just like, bro, Wednesdays going big and trying to hold and all that stuff usually gets me killed. Oh, we didn't check out the NQ. NQ is whoa. What? Let me jump back to the 15-minute on the NQ. Maybe I'm looking at this wrong. What happened? Okay. It's a little bit less drastic up here. So it came up here it continued to hold that gap fill that I placed back there at January 31st, 2025. It's holding that up. Came up here and looks like it kind of double topped up here around the 21,700s. And it's taking quite a bit of a dip back down here from 21,700 all the way like a $60 drop there on the 15-minute. Let's look at what's the other one? Oil. What oil's doing out here in these streets. Oil was down there at 60 bucks, has made it back up to 63. SOXL still right around under 20 bucks, but I'm trying to see what these tariffs are talking about and all of this. Oh, that's another thing we need to look at. Let's go look at the face of the news today. Let me see if it has updated. Okay, so Apple bulls and bears agree tariffs are no game changer. Okay, so whatever. That's 2 hours ago. Trump calls Xi extremely hard to make a deal with. Apple downgraded by Needham on AI risk and competition. Get off the screen. Tariffs are hammering in American indulgence. Snacks. Okay. Dollar Tree forecast 50% drop in Q2 profit amid tariffs. China weighs massive Airbus jet deal. Okay. Europe plans to shut down due to China's rare earth curbs. Trump obscures Medicaid cuts and in bid to pass massive tax bill. Okay. The euro is about to get a new member, Bulgaria. What's the eurozone and how do countries join? CrowdStrike shares drop as Windows outage fallout hits forecast. Uh-oh. Okay, I need to keep that in mind. See, I don't use CrowdStrike. I've seen it crash a couple of times, so CrowdStrike is not in my. I'm good. I took my users off of that. Mercedes-Benz, insurance brokerage, Palantir investors unfazed by sky-high valuation as stock surges. Dollar Tree. Okay, sick. Okay, cool. All right, so looking at the face, this is what people are still going to be seeing. Apple in the news with tariffs. Says it's no game changer, all this stuff. What Trump is saying about Xi and all that good stuff. But still, nothing new has popped on the scan. So CLBR is continuing to, it might be the chopper of the day. I don't know. It may be the chopper of the day and actually start to trend up. Like you said, there is some catalyst on it today for, wait, where'd it go? CLBR is there. The press, oh yeah. There is catalyst on it today and all of that, but it's got a lot of work to do. You may have to hold through a grind. Let's go look at the daily chart for this one. Let's go, whoa, wrong one. Let's go look at the daily chart for this one. So CLBR daily chart had a gap down from 125. Is this as much as it'll show me? Okay. So looks like it's done a couple of splits too. Well, the top of this is $7. Maybe it didn't do splits. I don't know. But let's zoom in. So it had a drop from 125 all the way down here to 22. Huge gap. Huge gap in here. It's currently at 20, or it started before at 27 cents, and it is now at 32 cents. So it's like right here, right up in, can I get a marker? Right up in here, 32 cents, right? So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it has the juice to get back up over, 45. It touched up here 40 cents earlier and just couldn't even get into the gap. So I don't know. That one I would be careful on. One, because it's cheaper and you can accidentally oversize. And, if you're going to trade those, it's kind of like you need to keep your regular size and not try to dump money in, because that's how you lose money in those cheap stocks, oversizing. You take 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 shares, and then you get a drop and you're like, oh no. Oh no, I hope it goes back up. But these types, you may have to wait for a while. Maybe a bag holder. You may need to change your strategy to a swing. No, I'm kidding. You need to get out. But it is popping up a little bit here. But yeah, definitely does not look super duper safe or appetizing or any of that. Okay, SGM continued to fade. VSIG. And so I'm going to continue to do the same thing, because I'm seeing the stocks that are making these big moves. I'm just not trying those dips. So I'm going to try those dips with small share size and look to add on confidence. That's what I'm looking to do. So even if it does snap down or whatnot, I'm like, okay, cool. Let me add a little bit more. Let me add a little bit more and see if they can reclaim. STSS continue to fade as well. NCEW back into this zone, but again, I don't know, if it can actually hold this. It continues to struggle here and walk down. We can kind of see a downtrend, but I'm really into looking for uptrends. I want to see, where is the uptrend? Can I identify uptrend? Because that's more important to me than the downtrend, because I'm trying to buy and try those lows. So at this point, breaking down this 150 is going to be bad news bears for it. But yeah, today I'm thinking that is all that we're going to see during pre-market for real. Anything else is going to be one of those Wednesday midday poppers. And right now on the scans, everything's looking like a little bit of a 20% struggler. NCW is up 29%, CLRB is up 23%, BAOS with no catalyst is up just now, breaking down 100%, STSS is breaking down 49%. So, most of the movers are looking like 20% strugglers. So when I start seeing that, I'm ready to back off and definitely count my blessings for not being continuing to hold through this stuff. But yeah, that is it for today. I'm about to get ready to get on down to some business. NCEU again, or NCEW again, struggling to even hold that level. Most of the time I'm looking for these things to be over $2, just be working their way, because you can get more range above $2 and definitely above $5. You can get more range, but under the 2, there's no confidence. I'm like, look, you need to go. Like, you need to get back to 2 right now. Test up here to the 210 and get going. But yeah, that's it for today. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Of course, we do have the Discord where we continue conversations. That's where we talk about pretty much everything else. The stream is like, trading pre-market, finding different strategies, things like that to implement in pre-market. But in the Discord, we talk about swings, we talk about dividends, we talk about crypto, we talk about all of these other subjects. And if you want to, in the Discord, we can do like they have video chats and things like that. So we can always link up and talk about, whatever you want to talk about. I do have a Twitter, but I'm never on Twitter. I'm usually on either YouTube. Sometimes I get on Instagram if I need to do research or something like that, see what people are posting out there, making sure they're staying legal. But for the most part, I'm just on YouTube and Kick and some of the streaming platforms, YouTube, Kick, Twitch, that type of deal. But yeah, that's it for me today. I tried to manage risk and not end up with, you know, $100, $200 loss. Um, and looking for the confidence of price action above where I'm getting in. And I just didn't see it today. So we cut those trades and we got on down. All right, got to get out of here. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's see what we want to do. Let's just do this one. Well, look at the CLRB making it back up there to the highs. That may be the one, man. All of the higher price ones are looking crazy. But I'm not gonna touch it. If this is gonna lead the day, I'm good. How much volume does this one have? 32 million? Yeah, I'm good. Yes, sir.